Hey everybody, how's it going? Chances are if you found this video in a search, it's because you too have a 1999 Ford Ranger 2.5 liter inline 4 and you are wondering how to replace the idle air control valve. Well, as you can see, I've got a shiny new one. It's located here on the back of the throttle body. The reason why I replaced that is because there have been several situations in which I've been in traffic, or I've switched from drive to reverse, or vice versa, or gone to take off from a stop, and I have stalled. Now, this truck is an automatic, so there's no good reason why it should be stalling, period. So, doing some Google searching while in the parking lot of an Advance Auto Parts, I came to the conclusion that the problem might be that valve. Now, you're probably wondering why I've got a... well, alright, I'll skip the crap. Here's what happened. So last night, I changed that, and in the process of changing it, I dropped the gasket. So, I lost it somewhere in there. Yeah, not good. And although this gasket is basically made out of the same material that this cardboard is, it even feels like it, I have no really good way to duplicate these holes, because in the replacement part, these holes aren't actually in the part itself. It's just kind of, I think, one circle here, and then it's just kind of all open over here. But it came with a replacement gasket with the holes in it. So that's what I need. That's what I wanted to replace. I didn't want to drive it like that because there's a reason why it's there, but I decided to do so anyways, and I made it home. So I've got a new gasket. I got to get it out of my car, and then we're going to put it on, and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so here I have my new gasket. This is from Pro, and this is meant to fit multiple vehicle engines. This one in particular is apparently supposed to fit on anywhere from a 4 to 8 cylinder Ford motor, which is of course of various sizes. So this one is actually a little bit bigger physically, but the holes are in the right spot, and it's going to work. It said on the package, Ford 4, 6, and 8 cylinder, so that will work. But that is a little bit bigger physically than the gasket that actually came with this kit here, and the holes line up. That was made sure before I left. So I think it's a 3/8 wrench that's used to remove that, if I remember correctly. There are 2 bolts. There's one here and one below, and the best approach to getting to those is with a 1/4-inch socket set. Okay, so I was wrong. It turns out it is a 5/16. And what you will want to do, hopefully that camera stays still, is for this bottom one, sneak behind this pile of wires here and you get on. Because you don't have enough, or at least in my case here, there's not enough room to get the wrench with just the socket on it to the bottom bolt. But this extension puts me out about 3 inches, so yeah, it's a little tight. Come on. And some of it you gotta turn by hand. Now, I dropped one of these last night. Luckily, I found it. Anything that I'm taking off, there's this rubber seal up here. I'm sticking it in that little ridge that it leaves. Now, moving the top bolt. Pull that away. Finish undoing it by hand. There. Now. Oh. I guess it was really hard to tell in the dark last night, but I do have 2 holes there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my new gasket, make sure it fits, and it does. And then I'm going to put 1 bolt through the top. This is where I made my mistake last night, is I tried doing the bottom first. Now get this threaded in a little bit so that it holds. I can see the bottom of the screw coming through the hole now. Take my other bolt here, and this part's a little tricky because you got to get everything to line up right. That's why you don't snug up the top bolt right away. Let's see, that's in the hole. Kind of doing this blind. If you're a smoker like I like to be, don't do it while doing this because you do smell fuel. Okay, that's lined up. I imagine this is very easy to cross thread, which is what it feels like I'm about to do. Come on. That don't look right. Deciding to change this in a way was really a good thing, because I found several things wrong under here last night that will have to be addressed another time. But just gonna go in order. Trying to do the bottom bolt first, make sure it's in properly. I'll tell you what, they don't give you much room to do this. On my 3-liter, I believe it's right in the front. Must be missing. There's no way to tell. There's no way to tell until it starts snugging up. It's getting there. Oh yeah, it's snugging up now. Good. Alright. So, remove the wrench. Take the extension off. Now, when you, if you're watching this video to change this valve, this is basically the hard part of it. The other part that you have to do is, uh-oh, my camera battery's almost dead, is you have to undo and reconnect this electrical connector. You know, it is old plastic by now. Been exposed to a lot of heat and temperature extremes, so be careful with it. Spray it with electrical cleaner if you wish. I'm not going to bother now. Now I'm going to start the truck up and make sure it sounds alright. It's going to surge at first if it's anything like last time. I'm on borrowed time with this battery, so I better hurry up. So, there, it kind of surged, but it's running. Now I gotta figure out what that's for. Anyways, thanks for watching. Feel free to leave comments if you haven't. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.